What it do? This your boy Big Sacc, Mr. Underdog Vet, Mr. Super Solid. You know what I'm talking about? I'm in here with my boy Keys, and you are now tuned in to Crown Gang TV. You know what it is.
I interviewed Romeo. You know Romeo?
Yeah, Romeo. Yeah, mother partner.
I interviewed Romeo, and I understood his point of view based on how he said it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And certain people who watch the interviews, they may not have understood Romeo. It may not have been what he was saying, but what he, because of course we talk about camera and things like that, but I think it's what the meaning behind what he was saying. Now,
I saw the interview.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I watched it. So, and I get, because in our actuality, nigga, you can help. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, this is the biggest problem. Let me preference you, before you answer. If we cool, right? And I see you doing something. You good at it. You know what I'm saying? And it's your passion. But you not making what you're supposed to be making off of it. But you making something.
Yeah.
And you got a sellable product. But you're not making what you're supposed to be making off of it. And what I took from Romeo was that being that Bebe, someone in that position, and he had certain knowledges of, and I, like I say, I'm not being biased. I'm neutral in the situation, but just how he was saying it, he's saying like if you know a check I'm supposed to be getting off this music that I ain't getting because maybe I ain't just got to that point or no one explained it to me or I ain't read whatever the case is.
Yeah.
But if you aware of that and we cool, why not tell me so I could be getting this check too?
Yeah.
And I'm a musician. You know what I'm saying? I'm a music artist, and that's what I took from Romeo's interview.
Yeah.
Was that okay? Like I say, if we cool, then I will hold information from you that could help you with what you're doing. I'm just as bad as somebody like hating on you, quote unquote. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I get that, but that ain't everybody's character. And I had to realize that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, it was a point in time where niggas wouldn't give me no information. You know what I'm saying? Like, I asked certain shit, niggas wouldn't give it to me. You know what I'm saying? So, or a nigga would have a fee behind it. $50, $100, just to tell me. Nigga, I'll go to the library, my nigga. I ain't no dummy.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I used to have to go to the library. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, card catalog shit.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying?
The game, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't finna know. I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it, but you can't, like certain motherfuckers, they just, in a way they feel like they can hustle you, they gonna hustle you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might not, on the back end, it might seem fucked up, but on the front end, shit, you gotta give me something to get this.
Business is business.
Business is business. So a nigga treating, even giving you knowledge as business. When we supposed to spread the knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers treat that shit as business. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, but guess what, nigga? I ain't no dummy. I go find this shit out on my own. I go research this shit out on my own, nigga. I can read, write, comprehend, all this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before I just feel like you just gonna hustle me out of this shit. Now, take it for granted, it's some little loopholes and shit that you might have to get from a nigga because all that shit ain't in the fine print.
Exactly.
Because there's some hustles that ain't in the fine print that will actually get you a little further than where you were. So you may have to pay for certain shit. But just whatever you feel like is basic, hell, I ain't gonna pay a nigga for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So, I mean, shit, you gotta pick your balance. You gotta pick what you want to pay for. You know what I'm saying? Whatever type of knowledge you feel like you might need. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Like, real talk.
Yeah, so, speaking of DJs, who have been some of the, in the past decade, who have been some of the most intricate players, intricate DJs, and just getting local music heard?
Bay and Chico. They're like a team in my
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Bo Wanker, when Bo Wanker was here, Nisa, young Nisa, when she was here.
So they all those two left.
Both Wank live in Atlanta now. Nisa went back to Ohio.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Well, she's from Ohio.
I was saying, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's from Ohio. I remember when she came here. But Nisa, she dope. She always supported the local scene.
Yeah.
Beezy most definitely, RIP to Beezy.
Mm-hmm.
Beezy most definitely, he would play a lot of local shit, especially through that time era, through that early time era. Jab always supported locals. You know, you just had to have some Jab like. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he didn't like it, he didn't like it. You know, I mean, that's his preference. People get mad at that, but that's his preference. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't just built to like every goddamn thing. Who else? When Cooley came back around, Cooley supported the locals. Which Cooley more of a club DJ, not a radio DJ. The neighborhood DJs, they're like the house party, little small venue DJs, Goldie, which is my boy Ivory, you know, your Teddy B's, your Yoshis. Like I give them, you know what I'm saying? I give them all props on playing local shit. I give them all props, you know what I'm saying? They just, you know, some of them platforms are different. Like when you got them small venues, house parties and shit, you a lot more able to play more underground shit that people like from the city. You know what I'm saying? Whereas when you had them big venues, like that shit don't what they look for is shit that move the crowd. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't just something known, they probably not gonna play it like that because they feel like it's gonna kill their audience. Right. So just, you know, on different levels, I feel like all of them have supported local music throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? It just got harder to get shit on the radio because of the
limitations on the radio.
Limitations, yeah, right. And how it's programmed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people don't get that. Like, man, DJ want to play my shit on the radio, and that shit programmed, dog.
Well, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this. Advice to local rappers in today's time. How should they approach a DJ if they're looking for the DJ services? What's the right way for a local artist to approach them? You know, an upcoming artist. They may not know how to, you know, handle themselves in a business etiquette. So what's your suggestion on how should they approach a DJ?
First of all, you should have your shit quality.
Quality by meaning?
Quality. Meaning, you know, mixed, mastered. You know what I'm saying? And the way they do a lot of music now, you might not even have to go through it for a master. As long as you got a good fire mix to where it ain't fucking up the speakers, they'll play it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them niggas on them major platforms, some of that shit, the mixtape, that shit don't be mastered.
Right.
But it got a stupid dope mix on it to where it'll play without distorting the speak. You know what I'm saying? Distorting the sound or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's first of all. You know what I'm saying? And just sell yourself. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have a good product to sell yourself. Have something that they can put on and, you know, it vibe. Because what I realized, like, and that's why I don't push for clubs and shit. Like, it just all depends on what you're pushing for. Like, what I realized years ago, dealing with the DJs, especially what we had around here, like the dominance of baiting them and all that, well, I don't make music for y'all agenda. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all agenda is club. My music is not club. You know what I'm saying? I have more street-orientated music. So a DJ may take my shit. It's not for a club set. But who's to say that song is a club song? Because I'm going to give you a prime example. All Eyes on Me by Tupac. Ambitious of a Ride. That is not a club song by any means.
Right.
But you put that bitch on in the club right now, that bitch gonna go dumb. Still to this day.
Right.
But it's not a club song. It wasn't formatted for a club song. Right. So certain street songs gravitate in the club format. So I make music for what I make music, how I make the music. And if it gravitates into that format, that's that. But I'm not finna go and just per se try to make you a club song, dude. But some people aim for that. So I had to realize that I don't make music for that agenda. I just got to keep putting music out the way I put the music out. And if it get to that club constantly. That particular song was chosen for that. So, it's just all, along with having a good presentation, it's just all in how you making your music. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you making music for the club, make some good quality ass club music. Right. Some shit that, people gonna dance and jam to. You know what I'm saying? Don't come with no song that you feel like is a club and it just really ain't that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just put the motherfucker out. And if it gravitates to that, it just gravitates to that. You know what I'm saying? But like, basically just have some good quality shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you pushing for club agenda, DJ agenda, because majority of the time the DJs are playing in the club, because the radio records nowadays are pop. You know what I'm saying? And it's no rawness to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can remember where you would get songs like Scarface, Never Seen a Man Cry Till I Seen a Man Die, as radio singles. You don't have songs like that as radio singles no more. Mm-hmm. So if you're not got nothing kind of popish with that melodic type of shit, I wouldn't even push for radio. Just put your music out on whatever platform you put it out, and if it gravitate to that, it gravitate to that. Because it's always an audience for all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. But just as far as if you want to shoot for that mainstream, you make sure you got that mainstream sound. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you shoot for initially. Because you might put out something that's more street orientated and it picks up because of the love and how people constantly rocking that bitch, and it just automatically picks up. Well, you slid through the cracks because you don't have the original formula what they marketed. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. So just basically have you some good quality shit, and if you pushing for that, make sure you got some shit to fit that. You know what I'm saying? But bottom line, you gotta have some quality, because they ain't gonna play no bullshit. Like, you gotta have quality.
So in today's time, what can you see as key differences between the local music scene in the early 2000s versus today's day and age? Musically.
Definitely the flow patterns.
Yeah.
The content. Even the song format.
Yeah. They're shorter now.
They're shorter.
Right.
You have to come with 3 verses, because, like, you had to write 3 verses. Like, for real. If you come with a song with about 2 verses, niggas looking at you crazy. Like, oh, what is you doing? You gotta have 3 verses. And a lot of these rappers nowadays, they can't write 3 verses. Like,
someone you don't want to listen to for 3 verses.
Because by the time you get to the second verse, the second verse be so far left sometimes. And you had to stay on subject. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, each verse was on subject.
Take an artist like Rod Wave, for example. Rod Wave might put 2 hooks in the verse, and he out of there.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Minute and 30 seconds, minute and 45, and it's
over.
And
he gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to write song. You know what I'm saying? Even with the record, that shit was analog.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't no punching in. Man, all that punching in on analog. Nigga, you know how much you finna pay? Nigga, for fixing that shit?
Right.
Man, wasn't none of that. That's why when I record now, nigga, I'm one good take, and I stack off of that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to punch in. I will in some instances, but anybody that record me will tell you. No, because all that shit totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, song structure, the sound is even more different. Like nowadays you have more like a melodic flow. You have rappers singing and shit. They sound alike.
Yeah.
Everybody had their own identity back then. Mm-hmm. Too Short didn't sound like Cube. Cube ain't sound like Face. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody ever sounded like E40.
Right. Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. And these Wu-Tang, Method Man ain't sound like Ghostface.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you had your own identity. all these niggas sound alike nowadays. You know what I'm saying? They go with the same old shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga build that shit off of them. You know what I'm saying? Pac ain't sound like Biggie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit ain't.
Do you think it makes for selling records easier or shorter song?
It fucks up the attention span. Like motherfuckers ain't got no attention span no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's microwave.
Yeah.
It's fast food.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like real talk, it's fast food. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't motherfuckers ain't shit They ain't nowadays you ain't gonna get that. I be shocked if I even see it. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10 when I do see it or listen or hear it come across it, it's from a more seasoned artist. You could tell you from a different, you know what I'm saying, era.
Right.
Yeah.
I ask this question to a lot of interviewees. Why do you feel like Shreveport is often overshadowed musically by cities like Baton Rouge and New Orleans?
I feel like that happens because I don't think we stand on our identity.
Definitely, I can agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think we stand on our identity. I don't think we realize how much influence and culture we bring to the state. You see what I'm saying? Because, and I think that's all because of how Shreveport is positioned.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that in a sense because Shreveport filters from the Dallas market.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? The Dallas market don't bite off us. We bite off the Dallas market.
Right, it's the bigger city.
It's the bigger city.
Right.
Why not try to influence and feed that city with what we got?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And with all of that, we tend to let cities like Baton Rouge, because our music will filter down there faster than it would to that market over there. They would get it and they would take the identity. You see what I'm saying? And by the time we realize it, it's over and done with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
And it's fucked up because even with Manny, you know what I'm saying? And I love Manny like a big brother. What he had going on was the best thing that we ever had going on. You know what I'm saying? And that's because it was all organic, it was all original. Once they took him from us, it was nobody in position that was more dedicated to keeping that what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like the ratchet sound, this and that, this and that. That was our identity. That shit filtered through Baton Rouge with the song shit. Yeah, they doing ratchet music shit. I even heard YG and Ty Dolla $ign them, they was doing ratchet music.
That's right.
On the Cali level. You know what I'm saying? Like mustard. It was ratchet. Yeah, they were calling they shit ratchet shit. Or whatever, however it was. You know what I'm saying? But all that shit come from right here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. All that shit come from right here. And I just feel like we just don't stand on our identity. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that did filter out, however we just ain't stand on it. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers took it, the swag, the style, and just ran with it. You know what I'm saying? And even with the people that's in position to keep that the way it was supposed to be kept at the time, I don't feel like they cared about it as much. Not to say that they didn't try to do it, but they didn't care about it as much. Like, man, they cared about that shit. I wasn't in the position. I cared about it, But I wasn't in the position, hell shit. I wasn't even just really focused on it because I was taking care of my mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the time. So who's to say if I didn't or didn't, maybe I was, but that's here or there. But I feel like the people that was in position didn't care about it enough. Especially not the way that man cared about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why where we at.
What do you think it will take to bring that kind of light back to our city?
Now it would take unity amongst the artists because always, you know what I'm saying? Shit, together we win, divided we fall. You know what I'm saying? If we all just get on one accord and just push the city, I don't give a damn, nigga, if you talking about pro-black over here, you ratchet over here, you twerking over here, you gospel over here, you singing just R&B, freak nasty over here. The undertone is Shreveport. Whoever in a position to boost that, give somebody a chance, give them a light. You know what I'm saying? Like, all them Atlanta niggas do. They give them a light. Yeah. Okay, you supposed to be the next nigga up. You hot, you dropping hot shit. Your CD dope. It's gonna be dope when it come out. All right, well, nigga, I'm gonna jump on it. Give you the light. Paperwork done. We'll eat off the back end. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't just rapping niggas for verses. You know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga ain't.
You're exactly right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a nigga might not have made it further than Baton Rouge, but a nigga want to charge you 25, $3,000 for a verse.
That's exactly how it goes.
You know what I'm saying? Say, my nigga, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I can't pay it.
Right.
Nigga, you ain't hotter than Baton Rouge. Nigga, that's 2-3 hours down the road. Yeah. Nigga in Atlanta don't know you. Nigga in Cali don't know you. Nigga in New York don't know you. So, what am I feeding you there for? You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, it's not giving me no light. You know what I'm saying? Give me some light. You know what I'm saying? If I'm next up, or whoever may be next up, just give a nigga some light. Do the paperwork, make sure the paperwork filled out. We catch it on the back end. Throw me $100, $200-$300 a night for my time. You know what I'm saying? Just make it reasonable for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas be taxing like they platinum. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, nigga, nose in the ass shit, nigga, you ain't no fucking Baton Rouge. Like, real talk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you platinum and mending. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have that attitude. Niggas will tell you, man, shit, you call Sacc gonna come through and do it. Because I know for one thing on my end, I'm gonna take care of my paperwork. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta do it for me. I'm gonna do it my goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like real shit. So, I mean, that's just me. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Shit, if a nigga wanna throw me something. If I feel like I want to charge, I charge. But I ain't gonna bust no nigga head. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, give me $1,500. Nigga, $1,500? Nigga, shit, your shit good. Bro, I ain't heard your shit paying Cotton Valley. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. So I feel like we should just give each other a light. You know what I'm saying? We should just help each other. You know what I'm saying? Like help build it. Right. That's all them Atlanta niggas did, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real. Houston too. That's all they did, bro. You're right. That's all they did. Houston, man, that's prime example. Yeah. That's all they did. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. And then it's like, being that we're here in Shreveport, I say Houston because, we saw them first. Like, they support each other.
Yeah, we saw that. Like, when me and Ike was pushing swinging elbows, man, we used to be at shows with Flip. Mm-hmm. Flip was just popping. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Jal would call us to do shows and shit. You know what I'm saying? Before Flip come on the stage, Jal would make sure we perform swinging elbows, and Ike had this song called Fuck You he would always want to do. Bitch, crunk ass song, raw ass song. And he'll do that bitch, we'll do swinging elbows. But the Houston niggas, they was just starting to, Flip was hot. They were just starting to 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, we saw that shit just bubble up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we saw that shit. Yep.
Let's talk about Super Solid, man.
Yeah, Super Solid, that's quarantine work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I figured that with you just dropped it. How long ago? About a month.
about a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah. That's quarantine work. Like a lot of it. I think the oldest song on there may be "No Love in the Streets," featuring B King, produced by my boy Snow. That was actually that actually came off a CD that I got called "Last of a Dying Breed," but I didn't put it out because Snow moved and files got lost and different shit like that. So we just gonna go back in on it. But I actually had "No Love in These Streets" and I put it on Super Solid. But and Super Solid, like quarantine work, I'm really happy about it. Like, man, JD, we just locked in.
Definitely.
Yep. I had some shit that he made, and some of it was cool. Some of it made the project, but then I was also looking for tracks. So I just kind of like pieced that bitch together. You know what I'm saying? That bitch came together pretty dope.
What was the theory behind it? Like, in the newer songs that you were writing, what was the theory behind it?
Nothing.
I just
was doing music, just working. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't I had an idea, like, I had a song, which I still got it. And I think I'm going to put it on the next one. It actually had set the tone for the CD. But I couldn't get everything I needed done with it. I wanted some live scratching and shit like that in it. So I couldn't get that done. So I ended up getting Patience. When I got Patience, I let Patience set the tone of the CD. So as I was going, the songs that I was getting, whether it be from JD, my boy Dre Ghost and Snow, whoever, I made sure that they fit that tone. So I said I was just getting songs and I just ended up putting it together. You know what I'm saying?
You had a couple other features on that too. I know you say B King and
B King. I got Crystal Thomas, which is like the hottest female artist, Southern Soul artist in this area, which I've been knowing her. I know her as Crystal. She was on she was on Dope Tracks and Throwbacks Volume 2. Okay. Which we ended up hooking up years ago through my boy Courtney, my boy C-Note, and we was all rapping and shit, and she was rapping and singing back then. So for me to get her on this project really wasn't nothing hard. I got her, B King, Sneaky D from T.O.B., my boy Matravius Cooks, he's singing on the song with Sneaky D. My boy Big Pole, what else I got on there? Or Papa. Got Papa on there. You know what I'm saying? And like me and Papa, our relationship go way back. I've been knowing Papa since he was like 13 years old. So I didn't get a chance to get YL Banks on there on this project, but I'm gonna slide them in there because they're like people to me too. Like we got real close mutual bonds. You know, people will see me with them, think I'll be click hopping and shit, but they don't really just know that I got real ties with these people. You know what I'm saying? So, but I say Super Solid. It's gonna be I want it to be a trilogy. Super Solid, 2 Super Solid, and Forever Super Solid. So
when can we expect Super Solid 2?
2 Super Solid.
2 Super Solid.
Yeah.
When can we expect that?
I don't know, man. Like I really got all the songs.
Really?
Real shit.
You just wait on the drop, man.
Man, I'm kind of ticky in a sense. Like I be kind of on some perfectionist type of shit. So I end up being my worst critic. You know what I'm saying?
It happens to the best of them.
Yeah, so I would sit here and tell you that I have all the songs, but I fuck around and record 2, 3 more songs that I want to use. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, anytime, like really, because it's just me working. Like I would, like just to say like Super Solid, like even though that was done in a short period of time, like it's songs that I got that didn't make it, but it all was changed. Like give you the story about the son that I had. It changed the whole. Once I got patience, it changed the whole dynamic. So I may run into something like that, but not too long. I told B that I wanted to drop it before the end of the year, but if I don't drop it before the end of the year, at least first of the year.
Yeah.
And I want to make because it ain't gonna be nothing but 6 songs. So I want to make that's 6 songs, and I'm gonna come back with 10 more for Forever Superstar. Sure. So I mean, anytime, it's just working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you have any other projects in the works? Anything else we need to be on the look for?
Stamp season.
Stamp season.
Yeah.
Stamp season.
I'm put together a CD called Stamp Season.
Yeah. Would this be considered like an album?
Nah. Just some shit.
Okay.
Like, just some shit to have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Just some shit to have. Because I'm always working. You know what I'm saying? I come up with that because I've been featured on a lot of shit here lately. And, you know, it's just stamp season. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you just stamping shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I like it.
Just stamping, you know, put my foot in the, you know what I'm saying? Stamping my foot in the ground.
Yeah.
Wet concrete. I got my motherfucking footprint in that bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stamp season.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just working, man. We just redid, last night, matter of fact, we remade Neighborhood, which is my boy B King's song. Originally featured me, him, and my partner Ruckles. We got video on the YouTube and different shit like that. But we redid it last night. B wanted to redo it, and he put Banks on it. So he's gonna be putting that out. We're gonna shoot a video to that. We just dropped through my boy Big Ro, we dropped the We Bang 2. My boy T Win, he got a soundtrack coming out to his book, In No Sense. I'm featured on that. I also got a movie I've done. It's called Boo Life. With chick that I mentioned earlier, Tar. I'm still working with her. Okay. We done the whole movie. We got it completed. Like, she's really just getting a soundtrack, getting the editing together for it. And whenever that come out, it's gonna come out. But it's done. Like, and she's pushing to get it out. Like, she even got it set up to where she may have a Netflix series with it. Different shit. So,
what's the name of it?
It's called Boo Life.
Boo Life. Okay.
Yeah. Her name Tara Davis.
We're gonna be on the look for that.
Yeah, that bitch dope. That bitch raw. Like, real talk. We done shot it.
It was like a short synopsis.
It's some G shit, like, but it's like Boo Life, like, you know, just hood shit.
Life in the boot.
Yeah, life in the boot.
Word.
Basically.
Okay.
She she emailed it to me. I gotta listen to it, matter of fact. The title track. Which is she just got the masters back. Me and Papa on the title track. Okay. Papa ain't in the movie, but she made sure he was on the soundtrack.
That's what's up.
But yeah, like, man, I got a lot of different shit going on. Yeah. You know, so I'm steady working.
You can keep us updated.
Yeah.
Keep us updated, okay.
Yeah, I'm steady working, man. Yeah, I can't stop. Like, motherfuckers be asking me, like, man, like, Sacc, what keep you going? Because I've been in the game so long, and it's almost like I'm like the last man standing from an era. Yeah. And I say that in respect to everybody that was in that era with me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm shitting on them. I say that because I really am. Like, you know, niggas don't be having no new relevant music. And I encourage everybody to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, still make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, continue to make that shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, make that shit. You never know. Like, it's therapy for me, though. So, it might not be therapy for everybody else. Right. Like, that's why I get my solitude. You know what I'm saying? I'm recording, making music, writing, different shit. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's featuring on something or whatever, it eases my mind. You know what I'm saying? That's what moves me. That's what grinds my gears. You know what I'm I'm saying? Like real talk. Like I cannot not be a creative. I'd be crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it'll drive me insane. Like for real. So probably till the day I die, you get some content from me.
Word up.
Real shit.
We'll be on the lookout for it, man. We'll definitely be on the lookout. All right. As we approaching the end, man. It's kind of like a interview ritual now. All right. Who are the top 5 greatest Shreveport rappers? Now this question is based. There's a couple categories based on talent, sales, notoriety brought to the city. Let's keep it there. Let's keep it short, man. Let's keep it there. You can throw a couple honorable mentions out.
Man, I don't, bruh. Like honestly, I can't put them in no particular order.
That's cool.
Because, and that's not being biased. It's just that I just can't put them in no particular order. Because I like all Shreveport artists.
Word.
I don't have a favorite. I like all these niggas, especially if they dope.
Yeah. Like
real shit. And I don't even put myself above some of these niggas. That's just the humbleness in me. Because I feel I might listen to a nigga like, man, that nigga dope. He doping than me. And it might just be the concept on one particular song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how big of a hip hop head I am. To where like, man, that nigga went in. Man, you hear what that nigga said? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how I can't come up with nothing like that. That's just the hip hop in me. So I can't put them in no particular order.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give you some errors.
That's a bit. I mean, now this greatest is always associated with a lot.
And I can't give you 5.
I mean, like I say, I tell you what, give me some honorable mentions after your top 5. But give me the top 5.
But see, the thing is, if I give you a top 5, I can't give them in no order. From 1 to 5. They just names that's coming off the top of my head of artists that I respect their craft. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't even per se honorable mention. Like I can just name you 10 dope ass Shreveport artists. And that's not being biased, and that's not like putting nobody on no pedestal other than this artist. That's just how I view it. Because I like all these niggas.
Sure.
Because if I was to tell you the top Shreveport artists, it's gonna always be me.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm the top Shreveport. Nigga, it's Big Sacc. Nigga, I'm the best thing going around this motherfucker.
Word up.
Because that's how I'm supposed to feel about myself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I can't give them to you in no particular order.
I'm gonna let you run it then, man.
I can never not talk about Shreveport artists and never mention Ike. Ike goes one of the dopest people to come from around here. I worked hand in hand collectively with this man day by day. This nigga was dope. He was ill. I'm gonna tell you something else you don't know why I'm talking about this. You probably don't even know it. You know who 2-Wop is?
Yeah.
That's Ike's son.
Stop playing.
2-Wop, what do he call himself now? Escobar.
2-Wop. That's it.
2-Wop Escobar.
Yeah.
Tess.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah.
I've been knowing that boy since he was a little boy.
Oh, man.
That's Ike's son. Ike is his dad. He's a natural.
Yeah.
Tess, that's why he raps so good.
Straight up.
He's a natural. He used to watch us. He's a natural. Like, Ike would keep him, like, dad shit. Like, he at the studio while mom at work. He was there. But you can never not talk about Shreveport without talking about Ike. Ike was, at that time, like, when nobody fucking with Ike. Freestyling, you wasn't fucking with Ike. So I'm always throw Ike in there. E-Dub, even though he's from Bossier.
Mm-hmm.
Shreveport Bossier. Yeah, you can't take nothing away from E-Dub, man. E-Dub set the tone for this motherfucker for a long time. You know what I'm saying? He was on Master P Down South Hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, shit, he was supposed to been blued up, but just Dub and me knowing him the way I know him, like that shit ain't mean shit to him like that. He didn't even think P was the man that P was at that time. So he didn't feed into it like that. But he's definitely a legend. You know what I'm saying? Hurricane. I don't give a damn what a nigga say about Hurricane. How a nigga feel about Hurricane. Hurricane made it farther than any other nigga around this bitch. And if you can't give a nigga his props because of what he didn't accomplish, this bitch ass nigga. Because once you talking about accomplishments, you got to give a nigga props on their accomplishment. I don't give a damn how you feel about him personally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no type of personal vendetta against Kane. But I'm just saying, you know, you always hear different shit about Kane. And I know that through your interviews, when you talk, everybody say that you hear different shit about Kane. People feel a certain way about Kane. Especially in the rap community.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you might feel like he ain't who he say he is. He don't do that. Man, I don't give a damn about none of that. A lot of these niggas that's rapping ain't who they say they is.
Right.
You can never knock
he's
them
an
out.
artist though. Like,
yeah, he's an artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's an artist. You know what I'm saying? So you can't never take nothing away from Kane.
He could give you a club song. He could give you a street song. He could give you a song where he talking about some, you know,
some female, like players rock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't never take nothing away from Kane.
Right.
Who else?
Got two more.
That's it.
Two more. Two more for your 5?
Man, I was just naming. I don't got no 5.
You got 2 more, bro.
Man, Papa.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I watched Lil Bro from Boot Style. Because niggas ain't talk about Boot Style. That's before Lava House.
Right.
Boot Style Records is before Lava. That's Mike Brown. You know what I'm saying? Boot Style Records. That's who Papa was with before Lava House. And Mike actually put out a compilation CD of artists back then that Papa was on. I watched Lil Bro from then till now. His elevation. Nigga, we done shows, and that was during the time where I was taking care of my mom and different shit like that, where I would fuck with Papa and help him maneuver wherever he needed me at. Go to different shows. You know what I'm saying? He know one thing, I'm gonna make sure shit is straight. I'm looking at shit that he ain't paying attention to. Man, we rolled off of Pillman for 2 years strong. As far as where I was concerned, I know I sat in there for 2 years strong off of Pillman, which was a mixtape beat. That's independent beat.
Yeah.
We went from the top of the boot to the bottom of the boot with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Off of that one song. I remember the day it was recorded and everything. Just his elevation from the time Manny went to fucking with him to now. You know what I'm saying? Like, his elevation is, you know, Papa always, like, once he found that club niche, he owned that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He stamped that bitch. You talk about stamp season, nigga, he stamped that bitch. For sure. And who else I can say? I can only say KP. And this ain't, like I say, it's no particular order. It's just what I'm seeing. And that's a 3-way street.
Who was it between? Give me the other 2 people who you kind of grabbed KP out the music.
I was torn between KP, Yella, and B Whip.
Are you ill? I'm sorry. I'm always like neutral when it comes to the top 5, but I would have put Yella over KP because of Yella's catalog.
But my top 5, like I told you, my top 5 is not in no particular order.
Word up. But if you got one last spot and it's between KP and Yella, it's hard as much as because KP, if you watching, nigga, I'm a fan. I'm not saying it like that, but this nigga Yella got a catalog.
But The only reason why, and see, that's why I say I was torn.
Mm-hmm.
Because of what you gave me.
Word. Understand.
Influence, album sales.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like, of what you gave me. Bruh. Kevin Pearson. That's an animal within itself. And I say that because I know him.
Mm-hmm.
Personally.
Word.
Like, I know him. You know what I'm saying? I know Yella personally. He's an animal within himself. But catalog-wise, I see where you give it to Yella. But KP one of them motherfuckers to where this what I got. Bam. You play that motherfucker? Shit!
He's a hitmaker. You can say that.
Especially for this area.
You can say that. He's a hitmaker. Definitely.
Damn, nigga, really? Man, we gotta get this bitch in rotation immediately.
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? That's not album sales culture. That's impact.
Word. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's impact. Because off the rip, like, nigga, we know this bitch here is gone. Boom. You see what I'm saying? And he's an era above me. So I watch this shit go on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I watch this shit go on from time to time. From the NAC shit. You know what I'm saying? To when he went solo. You know what I'm saying? Put your hands on me. Ratchet Girl. Man, that nigga got some shit right now, nigga. I will play you right now that'll fuck you up. Mm. And the shit about a year and a half, 2 years old. He ain't put it out yet. Will fuck you up. That's just off impact.
Right.
And that's because I know him and I know how he make his music. You know what I'm saying? And no, not to take away from Yella. Because shit, I love Yella like a cousin. You know, like a little cousin. I'm intertwined in this family, my daughter and him kinfolk. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with that. Like, man, I got to give KP a spot. You know what I'm saying? I cannot, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. Because, like I say, my top 5 is not in no particular order. But just thinking of what I know and what I see and what I've been around, got to get KP that. And
I can't take nothing from it. He's definitely a pioneer of Shreveport local music scene. Definitely a pioneer.
Definitely. That NAC shit, that shit was something else. Say, bro, if them niggas wouldn't have fell out and broke up, them niggas was gone. I know this for fact. Like, real talk, like, my mama moved to Queenborough, she moved down the street from D-Bell. Like, D-Bell stayed right down the street. Mm-hmm. The nigga that shot me stayed right down the street on the other end. D-Bell stayed right there. Right. D-Bell, they know all about that shit. But I would go over there and just fuck with them. Six Sean, their whole account. I just go over there and fuck with them because they be over there. You know what I'm saying? Just on some, like I say, I know I was their little homeboy. I was trying to rap. These niggas is ahead of me. You see what I'm saying? So I gotta get KP that. And then, like I say, with Yellow, he gonna have to definitely follow 6. And I can't take nothing away from B Will. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The shit he dropped was phenomenal. Right. Because it dropped at a time where the
city needed it.
Other than that, all we had was Papa.
Mm-hmm. I feel you on that.
Because Yella fell back into his little shell, which he had some personal shit going on.
Yeah, I saw he picked up his production a lot more.
And he picked up his production because he had more time to make tracks than focus on rapping. Because I know what he had personally going on. Mm-hmm. But he found himself in the tracks. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Which helped him stay, you know what I'm saying, relevant. If you was checking for Wild Yellow, you was like, damn, this nigga making beats now. He ain't really putting out no content. Not to say he can't do it, but he's, he just dropping tracks. You know what I'm saying? And all we had at the time was probably Papa still. Cause like shit, little bro sat on the throne for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And B Will slid in there and did what he did. You know what I'm saying? That shit was dope. Like I say, I'm always throw myself in the mix because I'm always in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I'm always in the mix. Like I never, like even with B Will, like I never forget when B Will approached me in the club. I didn't even know him, but he approached me in the club and asked me for Papa number because he knew I used to be around Papa. He knew me. He knew my name and everything. I don't know if he was familiar with the music or what, but I didn't even know him. He told me who he was. He told me who he was affiliated with. Woo woo. Called Papa the next day. Told him I took B Will number. I say, well, bro, I ain't finna give bro just nobody number. You know what I'm saying? But he like, man, yeah, Sacc, man, he know who I am. Gave me his number. I called Papa the next day. Papa was like, oh yeah, that's Boosie artist. Yeah, I fuck with him. He gave him the number. Papa called me. Next thing I know, you had every disc. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shit, I was always in the mix somewhere. That's all I'm saying. So I always throw myself in there because I'm an artist as well. Banks. You gotta throw Banks in the mix. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, my list, you want top 5, but I ain't just really got nobody in no chronological order.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Banks, you gotta throw him in the mix. Banks is definitely a legend around here. You know what I'm saying? Everything he got on, he stamped. You know what I'm saying? He shook me back. You know what I'm saying? In My Life was a song that he gave me. Big B just heard me on it. Told me to record it. I recorded the first verse. Like the shit that in the Banks video interview you did, where he was talking about he had a lot of songs that he did before when he went to jail. He had recorded a lot of shit.
Right.
In My Life was one of them. Big B heard me on it. Gave it to me, told me to rap something on it. I rapped it. We left the second verse open for Banks. Banks ain't want to do the second verse. I was steady asking, man, do your verse, do your verse, do your verse. Man, because that's what he called me, Big Cuz. I've been knowing him since he was a baby. His mama is my big homie. You know what I'm saying? They stay 2 houses down from me. So, because I can't do nothing with it. You finish it out. For real? Nah, nigga, get you a verse, nigga. Because I can't do nothing with it. You talk so good you spit it so good on the first verse, nigga, go on finish it. That's you. We'll split it. Cool. You know what I'm saying? That's something he did for me that kind of shook me back. You know what I'm saying? After taking care of my mama, she done died. Now, you know what I'm saying? That kind of helped me because at that time, he was hot as a motherfucker. And that was nothing I even asked for. He just, you know what I'm saying? It just fell in my lap. I appreciate that. Along with everything else that he done from me watching him, knowing from the first time when his mama called me, told me, man, Aunt, he rapping, he got a CD, he's singing and everything. Man, ain't singing? Shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? And she let me hear it. I'm like, damn, that's Aunt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So from then on to where he took it to, you gotta give him. You know what I'm saying? You gotta throw him in there. And that's me reaching for 10. I think I'm at 7 now.
Something like that.
So what else I would get? I gotta give just Man in Lava House they spot and now summer. Just the whole organization, Angelo, Maine, Pooh, all of them. I gotta give them they spot in there. Because they definitely, as a collective, they definitely stamped the city. You know what I'm saying? And that's it's a lot of newcomers, you know what I'm saying, that's making that shit now. You got B King, you got Green Eyes, you got YG Mitra, which is my boy Black Son from Game Tight. You got Lil Manigo. It's a lot of more talent, up and coming, you know what I'm saying? From around this bitch. So, SOD Lil Man, you know what I'm saying? Bankroll that be with him, you got Blue Benji Kobe. Yeah. You got a lot of niggas around this bitch. Just honorable mentions on down the line of what's to come.
Right. That's the next.
That's the next, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, shit, the city's saturated. You know, you got Sneaky D, you got Goody G. Like, them niggas been doing it for a long time, but it's like, you know, like pretty much like me, like they time is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to keep pushing and capitalize. So, man, it's a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But just far as my recollection on whoever I felt like was the best or who put in work, those 8, 9 maybe that I named, they definitely stamped the city as far as putting it down and laying the foundation for what's to come amongst the artists that I named after them. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, you know, like it's people like B-Mac. You know what I'm saying? Like B-Mac was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's man, I could just name so many once I just sit here and think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's some dope artists from the city. Everybody ain't got their shine. Everybody ain't been able to be talked about because I hate to say it, but everybody don't kiss no ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna payola everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a nigga might not even be heard.
Exactly.
But for a nigga that's moving around and maneuvering and fucking with the music and the city and their culture, I know it's some dope ass niggas. Like for real. And you know, that's just as humble I can be as I can be about it. And I'm dope. I feel like I'm dope, but nigga, there's some competition out there. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is just stay in your. All I do, just for me, I ain't competing with none of these niggas. I'm gonna do Sacc. You gonna get what you get, and the nigga gonna know, man. Sacc gonna give you. You can ask anybody, man. Sacc gonna give you some real shit. Like, Cuz gonna give you some real. Cuz gonna give you some real shit. Like, whatever it is, like, you just want to listen to some real music, like some substance. Sacc gonna give you that. That's just all I do. I ain't trying to compete with nobody, trying to get in their level, because I did at one time. Make a club song. Do this, try to fit in the nigga agenda. That shit don't work. Nigga still ain't get played. So I'm gonna do what I do and let the streets talk. And that's all I've been doing. And I'm still here today, off of what the streets talk. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Sacc, I really enjoyed the interview, bro. I want you to tell the people at home how they can find your music. How can they contact you?
Man, you can contact me at bigsacc@gmail.com, Instagram, Sacc the Great, Twitter, Sacc the Great, Facebook, you can just type in Big Sacc, I'll come up. My page that I use is really under my original name, my birth name. Shit, man, and just Google me. If you want to find any other music, I'm on all platforms, BIGSACC. Just Google Big Sacc. You'll see everything pop up, man. Everything is out there, bro. Everything is out there. All the features, all the projects. Well, nah, I can't say all the projects, but the ones that I done uploaded. That shit there, man. Just fuck with me, man. Big Sacc. Super Solid. Super Solid is a new project I'm pushing right now, which is a pretty dope project. Get that. Fuck with that. Support that. It is what it is, nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
All right.